dimensional entities that are walking among us.
People are so entranced by this adventure of who are these monsters.
The El Chupacabra.
The Oklahoma octopus.
Rougarou.
The Wendigo. Mothman.
Kattan.
There are more sightings today than any time in history.
It needs to eat. It needs to feed.
They'll smell you before you even know they're there.
This is a creature at the top of the food chain.
It's the scariest, most terrifying, deadliest monster I hope you never encounter.
You have to remember, you're on their turf.
I don't know what it is. I've never seen anything like it.
It's the last bit of mystery left in the world. If Mothman visits your town, a disaster's coming.
No matter who you are, you could experience something that is outside the realm of what we consider to be reality.
We're all gonna die!
I introduced you a couple weeks ago to a guy called Kattan. One of the Earth's SCPs. He went from SNL to SCP. This creature, this Wendigoon, this absolute horror show. You know, it's spooky season. It's almost Halloween time. And what better time than to cover this guy one more time before the big day? Because I'm telling you right now, I did this show about Kattan, and people start messaging me about Kattan sightings. Kattan sightings have been cropping up more and more across North America, even Canada, by the way. He was even seen at the Las Vegas Sphere very recently. People are spotting this bizarre creature everywhere, and everywhere he goes, comedy dies, including this show. So we have to do something about it. Now, I know this title of this episode, it's Kattan Hunter, right? I've been thinking about this whole thing for a while now. I don't want to stop the beast. I'm not one of these, you know, I started thinking about Bigfoot, you know, the Sam Squatch, the Yeti, as I call him, the abominable snowman. I started thinking about skinwalkers and chupacabras, and there's that set of people, you know, the hunters, the set of people who want them dead and the set of people who want them alive. I cannot be one of those people who tries to bring in Kattan dead. I am not Kattan Hunter, you know, a murdering man. I couldn't do that to this beast. No, I've realized something. SCP, two of those words, secure, protect. We have to protect Kattan at all costs. My goal is to become the crocodile hunter of Kattans, okay? You know, the crocodile hunter, he wasn't trying to kill the Actually, what I mean by that is I'm pretty sure Kattan will murder me at some point. And it'll probably be right after this episode, because here's the thing. Kattan knows about Pod Awful. Because unfortunately, after the last time we covered Kattan, some very creepy people showed up to his house. Let's go bully the internet. This is Pod Awful!
Stuck in a rut, you wanna die. Pod Awful makes it worse. On government list, they won't get fly. Pod Awful quench your thirst. The future is near, happy to be here. Pod Awful dreams come true. Space on the moon, just laughs at the goons. Pod Awful's watching you.
It will have you guessing what's next and what could happen to these boys.
Welcome, everybody, to Pod Awful, the program TV super show. I am your host, Jesse PS, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much for joining me. Listen, we had some technical difficulties here at the beginning of the program, so I just got to warn you. I just realized I rebooted into old Pod Awful mode. I said, let's go bully the internet. Not what we're doing here, okay? We got to protect Kattan at all costs. got to be done. It's got to be done. You know, he deserves it. He really does. The guy did nothing wrong ever whatsoever. Listen, here's the thing about Kattan, okay? He's a creature, right? He's obsessed with skin, we found out last time. He is terrible at comedy, deserves being heckled for comedy, but probably should not have his scales removed. Listen, I believe the man, has he feasted on what could only be described as a blood gulch? Probably. Has he actually dined on the flesh of not only the living, but the innocent? Certainly. It has happened. But a goon is a goon. And I got to protect my goons at all costs. You know, on the last episode of Pod Awful, we did this whole episode about these guys steel toe. They were stealing one of my goons. So I think it is incumbent upon me to make sure that the goons stay well protected from other people when outside forces start making their way in to the Pod Awful world. That's when things start going awry. We really don't need... Listen, keep this show a secret. Headphones on. You know the drill, okay? But those of you who are not keeping it a secret, let's check in with the chat room. We are live Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, sort of. Podawful.tv. Let's see what people are saying. The Cataniacs, by the way, are going crazy in the chat. Says Goat Scroat in the chat room. Is that true? Kattan is the one who ate the 50 Jewish baby. Okay, listen. There's no way Kattan did that. I refuse to believe Kattan had anything to do with the Jewish babies. Even the burned one. Even the crispy one that looked like, you know, when you leave the cake in too long. That's not an ovens joke. I just realized what I said. It's not right. The point that, listen, Kattan might even be a golem of sorts. You know, he is Jewish. So the Torah actually predicted his come. If you read the Old Testament properly, if you line it up under the right sun rays, you can actually see the coming of Kattan. So if you don't know who we're talking about here, let me just give you a little taste of Kattan. This is Kattan, okay? We're Cataniacs. This is one of his classic comedy bits from his YouTube channel. Go subscribe to him. For some reason, his YouTube channel is called Chris Kattan. Here's Kattan.
Hi, I'm home.
Hi, honey. What are you wearing?
Oh yeah. It's Tom Ford.
It is?
Yeah, Gucci.
What? I don't think those are for adults, honey. Honey, I think it's a blanket.
No, it's not a blanket. You can't do that with a blanket. This is not a blanket, okay?
Okay, so comedy, you get it. Now, of course, Kattan, one of his SCP stats, you know, if it on the back of his, you know, when you're figuring out how much intelligence and charisma and strength he has on his back card of his bubble, what do they call that? What do they call the thing a transformer comes in? A box. I could have just said a box, a blister pack. That was what I was looking for. On the back of his blister pack, it actually says that he contains within him a black hole. This is true. A feeding black hole is inside him, and it's where comedy goes to die, which explains the entire intro of this episode of the show. But this is important. We actually have to watch this. Watch very carefully.
Oh.
Because here's the thing. I'm recognizing this doorstep here. Now, Kattan has actually managed to form some sort of parabonding sort of relationship with a human female. And you didn't think it was possible, but he has actually created a concubine from this blonde woman here who appears to have replaced her lips with worms. And I assume that's to appease the Kattan. Now, the other thing about Kattan is not only does he have this concubine, but he moved in with her. He moved into her house, which is fascinating. And I didn't know all of this until a very terrifying event happened.
Oh.
I mean, I
don't think you're right, but that's okay. Come on in.
It's Tom Ford.
Well, the kids have the same ones.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, this one's for adults. I love it. So, anyway. Who doesn't love Gucci?
This This is a comedy sketch.
I thought you said Tom Ford.
And this isn't even Steven Crowder doing this.
They're the same thing.
Oh boy. Okay.
I
Come
think.
on in. Let's get a
Maybe
drink.
not.
Okay, so there you go. Catan comedy. I don't know. I don't get it either.
I can't help it.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, sorry. Wait. Erase that one. It's
I am high energy. I can't control myself.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. There's a new knockoff version. Okay, anyway, so that's Catan. And if you've never seen Catan before, you've definitely not seen him the way you're about to see him. You want to talk about spooky season? You want to talk, I mean, listen, I have always loved Halloween. You guys know that. We have Awfulween coming up here soon, October 29th. Check it out. I've always loved the fall, autumn. You know, they don't have it in Australia, which fucking sucks. The autumn, it doesn't exist. They don't have Halloween. They don't have any of this stuff. So I have been dying to get into this kind of content, to get myself in that mood again. And then I received something that kind of changed my opinion on all of this. I received video footage that is unfortunate. I don't know how else to describe this. I received an anonymous video from a pair of what appear to be actual monks. And these guys made a video. They sent it to me. I don't know anything else about it. Apparently, they saw my episode about Catan, and they did something about it. Here you go. Check it out.
The time has come. The whereabouts of the Catan are known. And I will stare into his black eyes, as dark as the devil's hide. And I will hear him speak with a forked tongue, with a taste for human flesh. Catan, you are seen.
Okay. So, you know, I'm watching Catan's videos. I'm recognizing this doorstep. Now, listen, I'm usually all about this sort of thing, obviously, but something has changed. The internet changed the other day. I received this footage over a week ago, okay? And then the internet changed. I'm having to be very careful. What you're about to see is some of the most shocking footage ever captured on film.
Bring us the Catan! Bring us the Catan! The beast known as Catan! The demon with poison running through his veins like a miasma flowing through rivers in a haunted wood.
Now, listen, I hear stuff like that. I'm all in. I mean, listen. Oh, my God. I'm getting excited again now. Re-listening to it. Grab yourselves a Dr. Pepper. Drink up. Let's have some fun. Okay? Just get into this, because here's what happened. These two monks apparently went to Catan's, and they met Catan, and they attempted to capture Catan. Now, I see the chat room is flying by me here, so I realize you guys are probably into this too. 2 weeks ago, I was very into this. I went, we have to get this guy. He's been murdering the townsfolk, you know, pitchforks, torches. This is all very funny stuff. Now, this is just a little teaser. We're going to play the full stuff later in the show. Watch the rest.
The shapeshifter, whose true form is so foul and disgusting. It is more frightening than any other form. Show us the Catan!
Now, you can hear, if you listen very carefully, you can hear a little voice inside responding. I'm not sure what that is exactly. Let's listen one more time. Okay, so could anybody else make that out? Let's do it one more time. There's like It sounds like a child's voice. I got to be honest. There's dogs barking. They've got pumpkins out for spooky season. They've got, I mean, listen, it's all looking great. This is looking like a classic episode of Pod Awful. It sounds like they're saying something like, no, they're still there. Like they've been looking out the window terrified at this scene.
The Kattan!
No, they're still there. They're still there. They're still there. Somebody is inside screaming. Now, keep in mind, it sounds sort of like a child's voice, but then again, so does Kattan's voice. I'm Tom Ford, Gucci. I'm a mango. So, you have to remember, Kattan mimics. He's able to, like a lyre bird, he can mimic his victims. Anybody that he may want to lure in with his voice, he will mimic their sound. So he may be mimicking a child right now. In order to lure more inside, he actually pulls them down through a chimney like some sort of evil Santa Claus, like a Krampus-style creature. So this could just be Kattan inside, and he sees religious figures. He knows something's not right. When two monks show up to your front door, I mean, listen, we've all hid from Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons going door to door. You see two guys in brown robes, you may be possessed. There's a devilish sort of nature going on inside your home. I can see why even the Kattan itself would be frightened of something like this. Now, I don't know if that was these monks' intention. I think they were trying to do the right thing. I think they were trying to pull a Kattan, a dangerous Kattan, off the streets. Now, here's what changed. Have you heard of something called SSSniperWolf? Now, I didn't even know. It's a girl, by the way. You hear a name like that, you go, oh, cool, where do I have to go to check that out? Stormfront? I didn't know they allowed Nazis on YouTube anymore. But apparently there's this girl called SSSniperWolf. I didn't know anything about it. All right. Until very, very recently. Now, I had seen some stuff floating around on the internet a little while back. And, I'd seen, apparently this girl, what she does is she steals content. So she's sort of, I guess she's like steel toe in that way. She's one of these content thieves. And then there's this other guy. If you're like me, you don't follow any of this stuff. I don't follow this thing. Anything popular, I don't know about it, Yeah, I'm a clout chaser. I'm clout chasing it away. So there's apparently this guy called Jacksfilms, which, by the way, one of my favorite tropes of YouTube guy is a guy who in 2007 thought one day he would be a famous director. He was going to become a filmmaker, which ironically is not. I don't know how this happened. It's not a guy who makes film. It's just a guy who uses it. But I love the YouTube guys who, what they do is they say, I'm going to be the next, Scorsese. And instead what happens is they're the next Jacksfilms. They're the next Max Mof. They're the next, who am I looking for? Ray William Johnson. It's my favorite type of guy. A guy who thought he was a filmmaker. Now he's a YouTube guy. So I think, just based on the name alone, I don't know anything about this guy other than he is balding. He is severely balding, and somehow he's getting away with it. He just combs it over, and everybody seems to allow it, which, illegal. That's a crime. So this Jacksfilms guy, I promise this is getting to a point here. This Jacksfilms guy, okay, apparently he's been calling out this SSSniperWolf lady, all right? Now, I would have assumed it's because Jacksfilms, he's a Jewish fella, SSSniperWolf, she's trying to bring back the Fuhrer's Third Reich. She's trying to make a Fourth Reich happen over on YouTube. I thought it would be for that. No, it turns out he was calling her out for content theft. So, I go, okay, normally I would be on a guy like that side. You know what I mean? Because I'm against that too. I just did a whole episode about people stealing my content. So I look into it a little bit. I go, I'm interested in this sort of thing. This seems to appeal to me. This is a few days back, by the way. A few days back I learned about this. And then I look into it and I go, oh, okay, so he's making fun of this lady for stealing people's content and calling her out as a grifter. That is excellent, right up my alley.
I got
very
excited, very excited to see all of this.
But here's what happened, right? Then a few days later, this grown man gets scared on the internet of the lady. Now, again, I know she's a Nazi, but this is a lady. And for some reason, this grown man, who, keep in mind, I say grown man, but, he looks like his main meal is failing to open the Soylent container and just going, oh, well, shucks. Guess I don't eat today. Maybe I'll be strong tomorrow. So I can see why maybe he would have a little fear. Okay. But it is a girl. Now, Porcelain actually, I think, retweeted this. That's where I saw this one. Porcelain shared this as well. He said something about it too. He said, like, how would you be? So I don't want to shout out to Porcelain for finding this clip, for sharing it. It's the only reason I know about this at all, okay? And it has completely ruined all of my plans. By the way, shout out to a guy called Raccoon in the Pod Awful Cult. That's our Discord, podawful.com/cult. Shout out to Raccoon. He made the intro. I didn't ask him to do that. He just made that after the last episode. People have been going wild about Kattan. Here's SSSniperWolf and the situation with Jacksfilms, okay? You'll see how this matters in a second.
Get too far all the time, if you know what I mean.
Hold on, hold on.
So this is Jacksfilms, and as you can see, he's molting.
Stop. What's going on?
Hold on.
Go look at the general.
Oh shit. Yeah, hold on.
Pause. Yeah. Yeah, pause.
Okay, so cool. We got spooky Halloween music going on.
This is like...
Yeah, hold on.
Michael Myers is coming.
This is T.
Is she like trying to dog you right now?
I don't know.
So SSSniperWolf says, should I go visit at Jacksfilms? He lives 5 minutes away from my shoot. And then she's got a poll. I guess everybody voted yes.
No, but that's
that's...
Now, obviously, I've done this before. I thought everybody thought this was funny and cool. Remember when Frank Castle did it to Boogie? I thought we were all on the same side on this. It turns out, no. The internet is very upset about this. Now, I tend to think it's because the internet is already upset with SSSniperWolf.
That's not
That's
good.
really sketchy. That's like extremely,
so sketchy.
Nah, fuck that.
How would she know where you live, though?
She's like one of those people that people just don't like. Now, look at this guy, though. He is panicking. Like, this is a terrified little boy. You could break his bones easy. He's basically just a skeleton and nothing else.
How the fuck does she know where we live? Leave me alone.
What? Fuck?
Look at him. You can see the panic setting. I've seen this before to my own victims.
I'm sorry.
She's in your house right now, Jack.
She's outside your house right now, Jack. Now, listen, I don't find this girl attractive, but there's some guys out there who I feel like if they heard that, they'd be like, ooh, boy, howdy.
Shut up.
You want to get a knock on your door?
Like 5 minutes ago posted.
Wait, what?
She's literally right outside your house.
Oh my god.
Okay, and then she posted an image to her Instagram story of this guy's head. These are very famous people. You and I don't know them, but these guys are, millions and millions of subscribers. And when you ask yourself, who are those millions? They're all in elementary school. That's why you don't know. So these children's entertainers are harassing each other and trying to kill each other. All right. You got the lady, the Nazi children's entertainer. What she does is she steals videos from TikTok, and then children go, yes. And then what this guy does is he steals her videos, and then children go, yeah, hell yeah.
This is happening right fucking now. Call the fucking police.
Call the fucking police. Are you kidding? What is she doing? Like, okay. Now, here's the thing. I don't like this SSSniperWolf. She is a content thief. I'm against her. But then I saw this video and I go, I can't be on this guy's side. This is making me want to show up outside of his house. Now, this entire event, while I'm planning this episode, I was going to do this episode on Friday the 13th. and then this event started taking place. Okay, I think it was. The original plan was to do this on Friday the 13th, but I'm planning this episode. I'm seeing this shit trending on Twitter, and I'm starting to go, uh-oh, I guess this isn't okay, because everybody on Twitter, everybody on YouTube, everybody on TikTok, everybody on Knick-Knack, which I think is probably one. That's for the old people. Old guys like me, we use Knick-Knack. You kids haven't heard of it. Don't even get me started on Paddywhack. Now, everybody on all these platforms, they all agree that she is wrong for doing this and bad. And I start thinking about all the things I've done, and I start going, oh, uh-oh. And then I start thinking about this episode, and I go, I can't even show this. I was designing a thumbnail for this episode that involved me holding guns. And I started going, maybe this is a bad idea. I might have to completely change gears here with everything. Maybe we like Catan now. I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure when it comes to what's okay and what's not, the thing that transcends all is clout, is popularity. So if people really, really liked this SS Sniper Wolfenstein lady, if people thought she was good, then she would be getting away with this. She would be allowed to do this. No one would care, right? But instead, this guy right now is the hero.
Wait, what?
Call the police.
No, there's a video.
Call the police.
She's outside your house right now.
What is she going to do?
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Actually, that might be the voice that we heard inside Catan's house.
I literally posted a video on her story 5 minutes ago.
So just to be clear, I have way worse footage at Catan's house than what I've already shown you. But now I'm not sure what... Listen, I've been investigating it. I've been looking into it.
Oh my god, she's outside our house.
Fucking record this right now.
She's fucking doxing you. Yeah, that's the...
Yeah, no, this is fucked.
This is fucked.
Fucker.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
So I had to stop it because I'm going to get hit for copyright on this fucking song, I just realized.
No, that is huge
No,
violation
it's not.
of privacy and so much else. There's so much wrong with that.
No, I'm not getting out, dude. Fuck that.
Fuck that. There's a 4'11" girl outside. No way, sister. And apparently this guy's wife is on the call. Like when you hear the woman going, "What? How is she doing this to us? Why?" That's his wife. So you're like hiding behind your wife's apron strings.
No, stay inside. Absolutely.
Yeah, stay inside. You wouldn't want this girl to react to you.
Call the cops and show them the Instagram story.
I mean, I gotta be honest. There's a part of me that thinks what SSSniperWolf did is cool. Like, I feel like in anyone else's case, I would be on her side. You know?
Hold on, I'm gonna go outside.
And I think everybody else would too. Who's like the most hated popular guy right now? Like, if we were to turn the tables here, if the person being like where has got somebody showing up outside their house, you know, Ethan Klein, maybe. If a good guy, whoever the good internet guy is, showed up outside Ethan Klein's house, people would be like, yes, this was funny.
Aaron, Aaron, don't.
Do not.
No.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna end this.
Yeah, he's got to breathe into a paper bag.
But end the stream.
Sorry, gamers. Thank you for coming out.
That's a bit far. I truly think that this is psychopath behavior.
Okay, so there you go. So you get it. All right, now that's pretty interesting. Pretty good. But it kind of fucks up my whole shit. Because again, these monks sent me some of the craziest footage that we've ever received at Pod Awful. Now, I'm all for heckling. I'm all for henchmen. But I thought about it. I looked into these monks guys. Why wouldn't they just post this in our Discord? Why wouldn't they post this in Pod Awful Cult? Why would they go to extreme lengths to do all this? Like, we do this kind of thing all the time. Then it hit me. These guys aren't henchmen. These guys aren't pod-awful cult members, but they're clearly cult members. They're wearing robes. Whose cult are they a part of? They're part of SSSniperWolf's cult. So it turns out the footage I have is from fans of SSSniperWolf. Now, I'm going to show you the footage. I hemmed and hawed over this, you know. I was not sure about it, but I've decided that the important and right thing to do would be to show you the footage so that we can document it for the safety of everyone on YouTube, including heinous, disastrous monsters who prey upon the flesh of the weak. Speaking of that, here's Chris Kattan on
Remember the character
news.
Mr. Peepers from Saturday Night Live. He was one of many, played by one of the longest running cast members on that show. Chris Kattan joins us.
Hi, good morning. Hi.
Can you still do
Okay.
that? I don't think the guy.
Now, oh my God. Okay, so we've got, hi, I'm the news. One of my favorite segments on Pod Awful, the news.
They're cyberbullying me to death.
So usually when you tune into the news, you're not seeing them interview, you know, a Mothman or something similar. Rarely do you ever see the Loch Ness Monster sitting in with the anchors and chatting it up and enjoying his greatest hits, which I assume are boats. Chris Kattan is sitting there, and he is a foot shorter than both the man and the female anchor, somehow seated, by the way. Seated, he's tinier. They've allowed him to skitter inside. What I assume they did is they placed, you know, like a half-eaten rack of ribs. They just tore it apart and then put it like breadcrumbs for Hansel and Gretel to follow into the studio. They've tricked him into this. He's wearing what can only be described as an actor's scarf. Now, when I say an actor's scarf, the actor I'm talking about is, of course, Val Kilmer, and it's to cover up his tracheotomy hole. For some reason, he has this very flamboyant scarf on, okay? And I have to assume that it is to hide some sort of nefarious feature. This is what allows him to walk amongst the normal parts of society. This is the glasses to Clark Kent. You know?
I could do that and sit that way.
I could do that. I can eat anything like that. You know, soup, Doritos.
So he just admitted he eats soup with his hands.
You just go on and on. I love to do it this morning, but nobody fed me yet. So.
How in the hell does that character get in your head?
That's right.
I was on pay.
Oh my God. Okay, so here we're getting a very good look at the creature's full countenance here. You can see his curled, gnarled spine, which itself has several spines hanging off of it, sharp, pointy spines. Very terrifying stuff. He's attempting to hide it using angles, using sort of fat girl, TikTok camera tricks.
In a desert. And
look at they're looking down at him. They're like, look at this little thing. Now, this is when he was tamer, okay? This was a couple years ago. He hadn't quite made his kill count known yet. They're looking at him the way you look at, like, you know, a pit bull puppy. It's like, oh, yeah, but you wouldn't leave it with your kid.
A bad trip.
Yeah.
I gotta imagine in those writing rooms, though, we've heard stories about the competitiveness of trying to get a sketch on the air.
Right.
So do you come out and say, look, I'm going to dress in a wrestling singlet. I'm going to sit on it. How's that come about?
What you mean for this sketch particularly?
Yeah.
No, I actually performed it.
Someone in the chat says, those are some deep elbows, which isn't a great way to be described no matter what. It really doesn't matter who you are. I don't even know what a deep elbow is, but it sounds very bad. That body is not human. Did they just ask Kattan where he gets his ideas from? Yeah, they did, actually. Good
For the
spot.
read-through, I actually got on the read-through table and did it and ate the apple on the table.
Wow, for the audition.
No. Oh, the audition for you to get on the show?
Oh, yeah, no.
Why don't you?
Oh, yeah, no. Hi, we're the news. So they don't even know, like, the news doesn't know why the news has on a Kattan. You know, they're sitting there thinking to themselves, like, should we ask them about the corpses? Do we ask him how his, multifunctional teeth perform? How does that work? If he loses a tooth, does a new one grow in? Do they just constantly grow? Is it beaver style or shark style?
Audition for the
for the read-through. Okay.
Yes, I see. It's not like we audition every week to be on the show. We're actually on the show, but it does feel like that.
Yeah.
But no, I did it on the I did it on the table. I don't know if Lauren was very happy about that, Lauren Michaels, but
And now you can see this is the craziest part, and this kind of explains how he got his concubine. They're infatuated with him. The people are the lady, the man, they're both enamored with it. Look at them. They can't believe their eyes. Like, there's something about it. He's able to use attract on you like a Tangela or a Hitmonlee. So I don't know if either one of those use that. Now, here's the thing. From a distance, you can see the Catan for what it truly is. But he does have an area of effect, and once you're in there, you're trapped. If he wants you, he's got you. And by the way, speaking of a little distance, people have been leaving Catan comments the entire time. Ever since the episode we did, people have left Catan comments. We've got some Catan comments here. So here's what happens. Here's what you see when Catan is far away. Here's a comment. They say, "Don't worry, innocent child. Your captor will soon be captured himself, and you will once again be free. Also, creature, what size butterfly net do you think you can fit in?" Okay. So apparently that was a sketch that had children in it. "Your threats can't save you this time. Prepare to be captured, you skin-walking genetic mutation." Maybe that's a little too much. Now, again, Catan knows. Catan knows that we started the hunt for him. He knows that he's been found out. In fact, Catan had a comedy show scheduled for last weekend that was canceled last minute, out of nowhere. A sold-out show. You couldn't get tickets for it anymore. Days ahead of time, it was sold out. And last second, boom, no more shows. Two shows in a weekend, gone. Why? Because Catan knows. This guy says, I was there this day 8 months ago after witnessing this couple record themselves. Two men dressed all in black arrived to the beach and start... Okay, hang on a second. What else we got here? Warning, this is a boat threat. Creature, your domicile has been surrounded by boats belonging to the cult. There is no escape. Come out in your true form and do not harm any... Now this, again, listen to this though. Surrounded by boats belonging to the cult. They're talking about the cult of SSSniperWolf. So, not pot awful related really at all. This creature is particularly terrifying. It's like no one even realizes that it's breached containment, says one comment. The cryptid community has decided your capture is imminent. You are too much of a biological hazard to be allowed in public. Catan captured tonight, someone says. Okay, this is sounding a little, I don't know. You guys sound psycho saying stuff like this. I don't know who's typing this stuff. The Catan will be restrained and transferred to a containment facility tonight. The evil must end. Someone says, horrifying to see you near children, you foul creature, Catan. Luckily, we found you, and now your capture is imminent. Why is everybody saying his capture is imminent? No one told you to say that. You may have eluded capture, but the snares and nets are set. You won't escape me again, says Towns in his comments. Here's one. In this horrific footage, we see just how comfortably close this creature is able to get to the public, masking itself through celebration of the season so that it may reveal glimpses of its true form, so openly roping its victims in with a truly cruel technique. This is exactly what I was talking about, his area of effect, his black hole. This Halloween, the children may finally be safe trick-or-treating again, as the malignant entity's capture is imminent, and henchmen, along with Foundation staff, have already locked in on the location of the entity's predicted hunting grounds this year. I don't know if you want to be saying that after the video I'm going to show you.
Yeah, I did it on the I did it on the table. You know, I don't know if Lauren was very happy about that, Lauren Michaels, but I did do it, and
oh, this is interesting. They say in the chat room the scarf is to hide the seams of the skin he used to make his suit.
Did get it on the air.
That makes sense.
And Tom Hanks was the only reason. I tried it out a couple times.
Him and Nassim Agdam, same setup.
Didn't make it to the show until Tom Hanks came on the show, and he was the first person to say, "I want to do a Mr. Peeper sketch." And then later, you know, Charlize Theron did it, and The Rock did it, and Jennifer Aniston did it. A lot of people did it. So.
I used to jack off to Jennifer Aniston when I was 4. Why am I doing Alex Stein? For
Anyway.
We have a clip of the cowbell sketch
We have
if we
clips.
can take over.
Oh, great. It's the news. Time to watch a clip. Anybody got an 18-year-old clip we can watch?
Don't talk about me here.
Whoa, I should have. Well, thank God I said 18. Whew. Just in under the wire. You can't clip it. Don't even bother.
Just let's show about stuff.
I gotta have more cowbell.
Even Kattan is like, yeah, let's watch my old clips. Okay, cool. Sure.
Don't blow this force, Gene!
That's right.
Now, I heard this. You have a good story about that line.
I do.
Now, I assume what's happening here, I didn't check in on this. I think what might be happening here is, you know, he moved to, like, Illinois. Oh, God. Oh, God, the Kattan's attacking. He moved to, like, Illinois or something. I think it might just be that, you know, they found out a celebrity's living nearby, so, like, we'll have him on the news. They don't know what to do with him.
One thing. Say it, baby, just say it. I'm staring at rock legend Bruce Dickinson. It's a cock and a walk, baby. And if Bruce Dickinson wants more cowbell, we should probably give him more cowbell.
You're cracking up there. So what's the story there?
Well, Jimmy's really cracking up. What do you mean? I'm trying my best not to. My mustache is holding my mouth down. But
so the fucking clip they pull to show how funny Chris Kattan is. Did you even remember Kattan? This is the most famous sketch of all time, by the way. The cowbell sketch, I would say, is number one with a bullet when it comes to SNL sketches. Did you remember Kattan was in it? Did you know he's basically a background character? They're like, yeah, that'll do, whatever, close enough. Kattan had 5 to 7 recurring characters. Pretty good for a creature who grew up in the woods. Pretty good for a guy who was raised by ants.
you know, Christopher Walken is obviously not cracking up because he never does.
So I think.
But yeah, that's well. My story was, I felt like my don't blow this for his gene was the line, you know, because I'm not very strong. I'm built like an ant, though.
Okay. He's built like an ant. Now, I just said he was raised by ants. To be clear, what he means is he's built like an aunt. I don't think he's saying he has a thorax and an abdomen. I don't think he's saying he's segmented. He certainly looks like it, but if you look again closely, let me play this again.
Don't blow this for his gene was the line, you know, because I'm not very strong. I'm built like an ant, though. I have the power of an ant. So I pushed Will and his stomach fell out a little bit more.
I know, he says he has the power of an ant, but let's take another look at him sitting here. Hang on, where was he? Where was it? Where he? There we go. See,
up with the cowbell.
Oh, the body of an ant. He means this. Hey. What is this? What is this hair? Huh? What is this doing? Hello? What if I just have that? Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm a misfit. This is my devil lock. Yeah. No, I styled it this way on purpose. Yeah. No, I mean, my name's Danzig, so this is okay that I do this. I don't know. All right, anyway, so he's got the body of an ant, the body of a boy, and the brain of an ant, and the strength of an owl.
Like, oh, that's you've been pushed by an ant. So they kind of laughed, and everyone had a good time. So that's my story behind.
Are you surprised at the sketches that catch on and the ones that don't? I mean, that
Sure,
night at the Roxbury.
You never know, like the Roxbury guys and the Wish It Were Christmas Today, which I'm in, but Horatio wrote. But yeah, you just have no idea. You just have no sense of what people are gonna like and love.
Even he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna name the ones I wrote. That wouldn't be good. I'll name the one where all we do is sing a song. It's not even a joke.
No, It's interesting. Like, I don't know how people are going to think about this interview so far. They might love it or they might like it. Maybe it'll catch on.
They'll probably blame us if it's bad because we.
Oh no, they won't.
They
won't do that.
I love that. So this you're known for, and I also I love the mango sketch you did.
So they finally play a clip from his movie Night at the Roxbury, and they're like, "So this you're known for?" She doesn't know what it's called. She doesn't know the name of the movie. He's got 3 movies. One of them's Monkey Bone. You gotta know Night at the Roxbury. Your choices are Corky Romano or Night at the Roxbury. That's the one to know. I'm telling you now, it ain't Monkey Bone.
Support the show.
The following alert has been issued by the Pod Awful Lunar Gateway Gunopticon Emergency Detection System. Emergency. The system has detected anomalous levels of autistic radiation in the path of the Earth's orbit, causing the phenomenon known as the dark future. All citizens are advised to stay indoors. Make sure all means of entry are closed and secure. Then shelter in the most secure area of the dwelling, such as a basement. If there is no basement, go to the center of an interior room on the lowest level, such as a bathroom or interior hallway away from windows, doors, and outside walls. Warning. Do not attempt to respond to knocks on doors or windows and ignore any guttural microphone slurping sounds emanating from outside. Do not attempt to interact with anyone outside of your home, or really anyone that isn't on the internet for that matter. This alert is effective immediately and will last for an undetermined space of time, in which things will descend into utter madness.
Podawful.pizza.
Okay, so, by the way, Awfulween coming up very soon, October 29th. I'm so excited. My favorite show every year is Awfulween. We do it every year around Halloween. It's, for years, it was just a big festival of the spookiest goons, funny Halloween pranks and prank calls and stuff. Then last year, things changed. Things changed for the crazier and the better, by the way. The content got even better, okay? Because last year, I turned happenings on the internet into a literal horror movie. And it was actually kind of scary, and also probably the funniest episode of Pod Awful we've ever done. It was all about this guy called Rufio Phoenix, a bit of an SCP himself in some ways. And Rufio, if you don't know, if you haven't been following along with the storyline, you can actually check out a lot of his episodes for free over at podawful.com. I do recommend you do that. And of course, there are some in the pizza fund as well, podawful.pizza. Rufio is this guy who, he's an incel, he's a gamer, but number one, he's an incel. And we just had this big episode about him called Barbenheimer, Rufio Phoenix and Barbenheimer. So if you saw even the trailer for that one, it gives you a little bit of a taste of what's going on with Rufio. He has been catfished like 7 times that we know about. And the last one was this girl, Barbie, right? This girl, Barbie. And we don't know who that was. Much like with these monks, we had no clue who that was doing it to him. We tried to save him from this catfish because a year ago on Awfulween, Rufio was catfished by one of the most disgusting, one of the most vile women I've ever seen. She actually managed to convince Rufio that she had been buried alive It is the best episode of Pod Awful I've ever done, hands down. And everyone's first thought is, after watching it, well, you'll never top that one. I mean, listen, I made that Barbenheimer episode. I knew, well, that's not going to top Awfulween from last year. I'm telling you right now, I've got a brand new Rufio Fianix Awfulween horror movie for you coming out October 29th. And it's the best one ever. It is, bar none, the greatest ever done. And there will be 2 versions of it, ladies and gentlemen. A completely free one for everybody over on YouTube, and an uncensored, and I mean uncensored, director's cut on the Pizza Fund. I'm extremely excited. I've been working on it. I've been working on it for a very long time now. But I apologize for certain no-shows. And if you're wondering, where's the show happening? There's a lot of effort going into this one. This is maximum, extreme effort because I intend to make the greatest episode of Pod Awful I have ever made.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
October 29th, be there. It's a Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. It will go live here on YouTube, awful.tube. I implore you, tell your friends, share it, get people excited for it. It is, and listen, we're going to lose this YouTube channel at some point, okay? So we did Awfulween last year for free for everybody and then lost the YouTube channel not long after that. This thing might not be up forever. So please, what? My plosives. Ouch, my plosives. Ow, they're pelting me with plosives. Please, I implore you, tell everybody you can about it. I'm so excited. I couldn't be more proud than the extreme work that's been done on this one. And not by just me, by the way, by many henchmen and cult members as well. Let's get back to the content here. Chris Kattan. Kattan has been sighted. Kattan has been found. Kattan was very nearly captured. And the only thing that stopped that from happening is that Kattan has a bride. Actually, they're not married yet. There's actually a news story about Chris Kattan's engagement just the other week. Somehow, I don't know how, but he keeps putting himself in the news. I think it's to taunt his victims. We have here the video, literally on camera, the moment Kattan met his soon-to-be bride, Maria. Maria Libri Sigel, something like that is her name. And she interviewed Chris Kattan for something. It's something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Journalist Maria Libri Sigel interviews Chris Kattan. And you must be sitting there going, who is that? Why? Huh? And none of those questions will be answered here tonight.
We're here with Chris Kattan, Saturday Night Live alum.
Okay, so a lot is going on instantly into this. Number one, Chris is straight out of monkey bone on this one. He's looking like a corpse. What is going on with my mind? Did that just fuck up the video somehow? How is that even possible?
Famous.
Okay, Chris Kattan has on a face that I can only describe as murderous. He looks like he is letting you know that he knows about that thing you did that one time, and he's going to use that against you, not in a blackmail way, in a sort of evil spirit way. His hair is, well, it's doing my trademark devil lock. He hasn't showered. He looks to be...
He's comedian, author, actor. He's pretty much everything.
He looks to be strung out on benzos, if I had to take a guess. It's just a guess. I don't know. I can't see a reason why a creature would need to take something like that. But the craziest part of this video is Maria here, who is meeting him for the first time. seems to be absolutely smitten. I'm warning you now. This is not a job for a normal guy like you. It's not even a job for those evil SSSniperWolf monks out there. If you are within reach of Kattan, he can use his abilities on you. Do you want to become his next sister wife?
So we're glad to have you here, Chris.
And by the way, when I say sister wife, you would be the sister to Kattan, not to his wife. Just to be clear, that's just the way he rolls, and we don't kink shame.
Thanks, Maria.
Kattan anime hair. Yeah, Kattan anime hair. Okay, by the way, there's like a guy, I think a guy's behind the camera, and he's laughing too. I don't remember if this is true or not. So, you know, I'm going off of memory here. I believe the story is Maria was married at this time. And because of this interview, she left her husband for Kattan. The aura is powerful.
Happy here, Chris.
Thanks, Maria.
I think that's her husband behind the camera. I think he is sitting in the cuck camera chair.
We don't get that many celebrities in Springfield, so this is kind of a big deal.
And you still don't. Ladies and gentlemen, the big board! Woo! Let's take a real look at these these Kattanimals.
So it was Lincoln and then me.
Okay, so he ain't there. It was Lincoln, then me. I assume what happened was he feasted on the blood of an alcoholic.
Yeah. Lincoln, Kattan. That's right.
Your blood alcohol content level is through the roof, but also your blood content level is through the roof.
But you have to move.
I wonder who it'll be in the next one.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I wonder who it'll be in the next one. I'm doing some SSSniperWolf style commentary. I just say the thing he said, and then I tell you what just happened.
Someone in 300 years.
It's hard.
And you can see why she fell for him. I mean, this guy's a charmer. This guy, I mean, he's adorable.
200 years.
Hard to say. I
So
don't
every
know.
200 years you have a celebrity.
So there's two options here. She either has literally never met anything even remotely resembling a celebrity before, and she's just a star effer. She's just going for it. Or she has been working her whole life to make this moment happen so she can live on Easy Street forever with an immortal being who can take care of her.
Yeah, a groundbreaking celebrity.
Well, who knows? Maybe it'll be a robot. It's a future.
Yeah.
And the cuck is sitting there giggling at all of this, not realizing that his time here is up.
Half cat, half person.
That's interesting.
Whoa. So she brings up a half cat, half person to Kattan, and look at Kattan's face. That's interesting. Yeah, I bet it is to a guy like you when you're half Kattan, half dwarf, half something else. And I know that doesn't add up, but it is true.
Mm-hmm.
half goat.
Your idea of a robot?
Well, you just don't know. I mean, everything just kind of...
By the way, this interview is 11 minutes and 20 seconds, which is going to feel like 40 minutes and 50 seconds.
morphs together, right? So who knows?
In the future?
Which means we're not watching it all.
Yeah.
I guess so. Probably.
Part robot, part dog, part person.
That's
That'd be
probably
cool.
going to be the truth.
Well, thanks for being here with us.
You're welcome.
And we just want to talk a little bit about the past, but more about the future.
You can see him like working it right now. Watch this. Watch.
And
Look, he's using his snake hypnosis on her. This is like Jungle Book.
we just want
Look, his eye kind of twitches, and that's when you know he's got her. He's locked in.
to talk a little bit about the past, but more about the future, because you are doing so many amazing things right now. That
What? No, he isn't. We are in the future right now, the dark future. We're way past you guys. Where did all those amazing things go?
people need to know about.
Yes.
Right now, can you tell us a little bit what you're doing right now in the present?
Oh, well, I'm working on a digital video series, like a sketch show.
of sketches of my that I write, and
he's talking about his YouTube channel. She hears this and she goes, you know, I've always wanted to be in comedy. This is what's going on in her brain. I think I would make a terrific comedic actress. I'm the next Kristen Wiig, and she's ready. She's digging in her claws. Of course, she's digging her claws into his claws. But he's covered in claws, so that's kind of unfair.
I'm going to be appearing in with...
He's talking about a YouTube... It's just a YouTube channel. I'm going to be appearing in... I'm appearing in a YouTube video right now, too.
Other SNL alums and groundlings. Groundlings is...
That didn't happen. Nope. Oops. So he thought for sure he could trick Will Ferrell. Okay, obviously he knew Will Ferrell wasn't going to do it, but he thought he could pull a Tim Meadows for sure. Horatio Sands, he was accused of molesting a child. He could probably pull a Horatio Sands.
It's a great...
and yet his YouTube videos are Sands.
Comedy troupe in Los Angeles that I came from, right? And, or more recently...
And look, he doesn't have his dramatic scarf on, his Johnny Depp scarf on, so he's having to hold his skin in place.
People like Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig came from, or Maya Rudolph. I was there with Will Ferrell and Jennifer.
He's plugging his tracheostomy.
Coolidge, and that was our group, and so I'm using some of them in the sketches that I'm doing.
Yeah, he keeps trying to pull the skin mask back down. Exactly.
And they're really
you guys
well done.
see it.
I mean, the sketches.
This is the problem is I've trained you guys to be too good at being Catan hunters, okay? The Catan hunting protocols have changed. Please update your references, henchmen. Update the handbook.
You know, they're very, it's going to be a good show. So
I'm sure.
I think it's going to either be called The Catan Show or Hey Catan.
Hey, Catan.
That's what it might be.
All right. I like that.
Wow! So he went with Hey Catan. That's the name of the channel. That's the name of his videos. He picked it because she said she liked that one. You just saw history in the making. A bloody, bile-covered history.
He said Hey Catan is what it's called.
Hey, Catan. Where do we find that at?
Oh, it's going to be right now. Well, right now it's probably going to be starting on all over the internet kind of thing, and then we're going to sell it. And,
okay.
I mean, not sell it, but it'll be on. I don't know. We'll see where.
Wow. So, most embarrassing thing I've ever seen, a non-internet guy, an actual former famous guy, dreaming out loud about being famous.
Well, first it's going to be everyone. Then it'll be on something specific.
Yeah, it'll be all over the internet, and then we'll sell it. Well, why? Who's going to buy it? It's already all over the internet. Great plan.
All right. Well,
maybe pop a few more brain pills before you brainstorm these. I mean, it's a genius move, actually. Go for it. Actually, it worked out.
It's in the process. We haven't even finished editing them yet.
Well,
we have
hurry
6
up.
so far.
What's taking so long? I mean,
We want to make sure they're really good.
We need some new
They're
material.
great right now, but we just want to make, editing is very important.
All right, yeah.
As you
And here's the craziest part. If you go through all of Catan's videos, there is actually, and this shouldn't be possible, there's a noticeable drop in quality when Maria becomes a part of the team. When he starts officially dating her and she's in the videos, they're worse. It actually did get worse.
Minor stuff, okay.
Music and things like that.
Well, what about tonight?
Oh.
You're touring tonight.
Yes.
Now, I mean,
Right.
it's part of this Back and Backs tour that you're doing. You're here in Springfield at the Boondocks.
Yes.
Tonight.
Are we
Back in Vax tour? Is that what she just said?
Literally at the Boondocks.
So this whole thing he's got going on might be the results of Johnson & Janssen or AstraZeneca.
We kind of are. We're in the boonies.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what they call, like the cornfields. And
That I know, but right. I thought Boondocks meant like on the docks of the Boon.
Oh, yeah, of the Boon.
So is there a Boon?
I don't know. There should be.
How do you not know?
I don't know.
You live here.
What's a Boon?
It's
What,
an
like-
area that conceives.
An actual Boon.
Now you can see, after this great improv riff here, you can see why he married her and made her part of the team.
It's like it's too much.
I don't know.
It's too much. I don't really.
She grabbed him. She touched him. There it is right there. He knows. He knows he's enchanted her. She's been enchanted, okay? She's he imprinted on her.
Couldn't define that.
I couldn't define
I
it
would say
either.
we're in the boonies, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the Boondocks.
The Boondocks. So we're here tonight. You're performing at what time?
The Boondocks
We
Pub.
think around 7
7 o'clock.
7:30. There's a couple opening acts.
Yes, there is.
So
yeah.
Did I already play this in an episode? I'm all of a sudden getting deja vu. Have I been enchanted by Catan? Have I been Catanted? Enchanted?
Do you know who's opening for you?
A guy named Trace Stewart, and the other guy's name is Darren.
Trace Dirt. Yeah, well, I can see why you're having to cancel shows then. Sorry, Trace Dirt, but I think we're good. All right. You get it.
And something.
No, that's plenty, Catan. Thank you anyway. Okay, goodbye, Big Board. Bye, Big Board. Say bye, everybody. Goodbye. Okay. Thank you. Well, that was delayed. All right, so I want to show you this video because it is sick. It is fascinating, but it is absolutely appalling what happens in it, and we do not condone the actions of SSSniperWolf or her cronies in any way. I need that on the record. But before I show that to you, you should probably take a look at this because it's important to note that SCPs like Chris, SCPs like Catan, they are clout goblins. Listen, a lot of the goons are clout goblins. If you were to categorize them as a specific type of SCP, I think it would be that. Mersh, Santa Cruz Joker, Tom Gully even, a Frankenstein. And by the way, if you guys want, I think what we'll do is after the show here, we'll do a pod after show in the Pizza Fund, $6 level, podaffle.pizza. And we'll go over a few of the goons, the goons that we don't get around to. You know, now that Awfulween is a movie focused on Rufio, some of the spookier goons, maybe a Bob Hickman. Anybody? I'm wearing the Bob Hickman God Entered My Body Like a Body My Same Size shirt. Go grab it now while you still can. Podaffle.shop. Here's the thing. We're doing this gigantic going out of business sale, which scared some people. They're like, you're going out of business? Is Pod Awful over? And I probably should have been more clear about this. I'm not going out of business. But unfortunately, the company that I use to print out all my t-shirts, they are. They told me that. I don't know when. Could be any time now. They also might decide not to. They seem kind of wishy-washy about it. But either way, I'm pulling all of my merch out of their shop. Okay? Now, unfortunately, listen, Pod Awful, we've sold tons and tons of t-shirts over the years. But these guys, they sell shirts for a lot of people, and most of those people ain't selling merch. And I think COVID hit them. They're great guys. It's a site called belowthecollar.com. I've been using these guys for 10 years. They're great guys. I feel real bad about this. We have now, just in the past couple of weeks, we've sold a shitload of shirts. Thank you to everybody who bought shirts, because here's what I did. I made every single design that I've ever had in 10 years available. Everything is up, podaffle.shop. Every single thing is up, and they're all discounted to the lowest I've ever had any of the shirts at. Okay, almost every shirt is the lowest price it's ever been. So grab them now while you still can, because I'll probably retire almost every single design. There's like maybe four or five that I won't retire just yet. But go grab them now. Podaffle.shop, including the Bob Hickman God Entered My Body Like a Body My Same Size shirt. So grab it now while you still can, while we still have these printers, because what I'm going to do is I got to figure it out. By the way, if you are a screen printer who wants to work with a madman, I am a former screen printer. I know exactly how your business works. I know everything about it. If you do DTG or screen printing, I'd talk to you about it. I know there's a guy who he's in my DMs and I haven't gotten back to him about it yet, but I think here's what I'm looking for. This guy I'm talking to, he works for a big company. What I'm really looking for is like a guy where like you just own all your equipment. That's what I'm really looking for. I've got a few different avenues I might go down here, or I might go with one of the big fucking things. I've got very, very big ideas and specific needs. I'm extremely picky. So if you happen to be a screen printer, or you have access to the equipment and can get away with nonsense, okay? And we're going to expand into, listen, people have been asking me for years, hats, stickers, the whole 9 yards. And I've never made any of those things available. We had stickers a really long time ago. We've never had hats. I plan to do it all. Now that we're closing up shop with the old guys, we're going to have everything that everybody wants with whatever we use now. But I got to find just the right setup. All right, there's a lot of very important stuff I really want to do. It's things I've wanted to do for years and years and years. I probably should have asked the guys I'd been using to just do something special with me a long time ago. We probably would have made a lot more sales that way, but I'm lazy and I didn't do it. So if that is you, if that describes you, message me, email me, DM me, not on Discord. I do not check Discord DMs. Message me, find me, contact me, and let me know, because I would absolutely love to work with like just some small time printer who can do it all. If you're a guy, you want to try to do it all, we could probably set something up. Okay. So why did I talk about that? Oh yeah, I want to do a pod after show. We'll talk about the lesser spooky goons. How about that? Podawful.pizza. This is important. All of the goons, how do they survive? What do they live off of? They live off of clout. And a demon like Chris can't live without it. You see, he's setting up these fake news interviews with himself. This fake interview with this Maria chick that ended up, he makes her his concubine. He needs to be in the tabloids, and there's no better source for that than TMZ. Now, just a few years ago, TMZ somehow actually, in all of our time trying to hunt down Kattan, TMZ made it look easy. Of course they did. They've been at it for so long.
Night at the Roxbury.
They found him at an airport. They stopped him. They tried to contain him. They tried to end his reign of terror. And they couldn't do it. Instead, they just asked him about the night at the Roxbury.
The classic that it seems to just have hit that nerve. And for all these years, like, people wonder, like, what is the reality of that? Like, have you talked to Will about it at all? Like,
I haven't, but I mean, so many people do talk to me and ask me about, is there going to be a night at the Roxbury 2? And
the man cannot do the head bob anymore. He's wearing a scarf to keep his head on. He's like the scary tales to tell in the dark girl with the green ribbon. He takes that thing off and it's lights out.
I think it'd be fun.
How do you see that?
The guy asked him, have you talked to Will about a sequel? Will Ferrell is not talking to Chris Kattan. It's just not happening. And you can even see him be like, yeah, no, I haven't actually talked to Will about it specifically or ever or about anything. He probably was at the 40-year anniversary or whatever it was of SNL. They probably didn't even look at each other.
What do you think the storyline would be all these years later?
I think we'd see where we are at this point. He's probably married to Molly Shannon's character, and
yeah, we've all been wondering. Okay, listen, I'm just playing this for a very specific reason. There are celebrities out there who are, they're public figures. Kattan's a public figure. But there's those celebrities where they're like, my personal life is my personal life. I don't like the paparazzi. Kattan loves the paparazzi. Kattan's been in the news several times just recently in the past couple weeks. How is that possible? The guy's got nothing going on. And I'll tell you how. They actually ask for it. How does TMZ find someone at the airport? Are they just standing at the airport all day long hoping for anybody? Well, obviously they got Kattan. But also, some celebrities call up TMZ and go, I'm going to be at such and such location. Be there. I need some publicity. Be there. So Kattan, what I'm trying to say here is he's literally asking for it.
God entered my body like a body my same size. I know all of God's secrets. Would you now like to know what God thinks?
One apple is our God now.
And I do see non-stop visions from God. Do you want to get an answer on what God thinks from somebody that doesn't have God, or do you want an answer from somebody that does have God? Click on the link.
Click on the link. Podawful.pizza, Podawful. Shop for that Bob Hickman shirt. Let's do it, okay? SSSniperWolf, she sent her goons after Kattan. And again, any other time, I would have been thanking her for her service. But now the internet says this is bad. Ladies and gentlemen, a haunted house. So this home, apparently surveillance was done outside of this home. I don't agree with it, but it is very funny to see that this home has a permanently spooky light. There's like one haunted window where an eerie blue light is constantly pouring out, okay? And this window is going to become very, very important in this footage. I cannot fully explain all of the things I see here, but what I can tell you is what you're about to see will forever haunt your dreams. So there's a woman who's gone up to the front door. I don't know who this woman is. I think that might be SSSniperWolf. Holy shit, that's her. She's ringing the bell. The light just comes on the porch. She's got some sort of delivery. And there's Maria. That's Maria, okay? You recognize the concubine. You can actually see sort of a red spell of illusion cast upon her, some sort of a hex around her head. And she's trying to figure out what is this person doing here? What is this delivery they have? I believe what happened is SSSniperWolf is here delivering the food, and then I think what they've done is they've sent a bunch of Uber Eats or DoorDash or something orders to this house, and then the guys actually managed to hack the phones of the delivery drivers and get these images. Yeah, SSSniperWolf strikes again, they say in the chat room. So you can almost make out what they're saying if you listen very carefully. They're trying to figure out she's saying, what is this for? Oh, it's paid for, it's delivery. And you can hear SSSniperWolf say, I'm sorry, are you Jacksfilms? Yeah, she just said, it's a perfectly good whatever it is if you want it. Maria laughs. She takes the bag. She took the bag. Ladies and gentlemen, the eagle has landed. Yeah, HC Frick beat me to it too. I was waiting for that one. So there she goes. She took the food. The food has been delivered. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a food mystery.
I have autism. I can't help it. You goddamn womanizing, raping, trolling, stupid, pickle-suited. The pickle man tricked me again.
Okay. So a delivery has been made. Now, what is that? I mean, that's not a big deal, I guess. If SSSniperWolf that's all she's trying to do to Jacksfilms, what's the big deal? Well, then it gets a little bit worse. Okay? Just a little bit worse. And I do not condone these things. Please do not do this. I don't agree with this. We must protect Kattan at all costs. He is too valuable to the science community. He must be studied. So SSSniperWolf walks away, and then you can see Maria comes back outside to check on something. And then, look at that. She looks out the door, and she can see the cameraman. Now, I don't know if that's because her ex-husband, was a cucked cameraman. She has cucked cameraman senses or something. I'm not sure. But she clocks the cameraman. Okay. Now, here's where things get a little dicey. I'm warning you, what you're about to see here may constitute, in some Twitter and YouTube jurisdictions, may constitute a no-no, and you should not do this ever for any reason. Here's some cult members, not my cult, SSSniperWolf's cult, showing up to the door. Okay, so oh my God. Okay, hang on a second. You can see Kattan through the blinds. He's standing there. That's Kattan's slender man-like visage, except he's not slender and he's definitely not tall. You know, I'm just gonna let it play and then we'll come back and we'll commentate over it.
Have your Uber Eats order for Chris?
Uber Eats?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't order that.
It's already paid for? Okay.
Watch this. Oh my God, my life a movie, y'all. My life a movie, y'all. Okay, so people are freaking out in chat. There's blood in the tacos. The taco has been mic'd. I'm not sure those are tacos. I don't know what the order was. I wasn't told. And the cameraman was never seen again. Oh shit, LOL, ha ha ha, what? Whoa, he is pissed and hungry. That dude, whoever he is lucky to have fucking made it out of there alive. Now, here's an interesting part, okay? Watch this. The camera stays on the house for a little bit, and then you can see up in the spooky haunted window, there's movement. They checked out of the haunted window. Look at that. That is haunted window action. Okay, so we have to go through, as much as I think this is bad, we have to go through this frame by frame by frame. So right there, you can see the aunt's body, the body of an aunt, the strength of an ant. Now, I don't know, why do you even ring the doorbell at this point when you can see the guy right there? The craziest part is, why is he standing directly behind the window already? He's checking the last Uber Eats order. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a food mystery. So Kattan is trying to figure out, food mysteries even confound creatures of the night. Ding dong! And you can see him moving. And look at that. That's the clamshell, you know, the styrofoam packaging that they have the food in. It looks like hush puppies, maybe some McNuggets. Okay, so he's like, wait, what the fuck? He didn't even see him coming. What the fuck? What is this shit? They're inspecting the food. They're going, should we eat this? It's free after all. 'Tis the season. Trick or treat. Hey, Chris. Hello? Anyone home? Trick or treat.
Have your Uber Eats order?
So you can even hear him go, huh? Can I help you? What? Huh?
For Chris?
Look, he's holding the packaging, and look at this face. The scowl of evil. Now, whoever this guy is on the porch, he may need to go to a doctor. He may even need to see an exorcist, a priest, somebody. Get a young priest, get an old priest. There's no way you walked away from this doorstep unharmed, okay? There's a reason there's a wreath filled with oranges on the door. That's some sort of shamanistic curse.
Uber Eats?
He goes, Uber Eats? Will do, thank you. Kattan is happy to oh, Uber Eats? Yes. Yes, please. Oh, I didn't order anything. Yum, 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 yum. Eat them up.
Yeah.
And then Maria's like, wait a second, what the? We didn't order anything with that. Now, this is about to get very, very petty, okay? We really have to go in on this one because a lot is, oh my God, a lot is happening here. So Maria can't believe her eyes. She peeks out of every window when there's a crack in the door. This woman's peeking. This woman was born to peek.
Yeah.
She says, we didn't order anything, but you see Chris's hand is out like, give me. Thank you. Yummy. This is perfect for my baby body.
I didn't order that.
I didn't order that. And again, Kattan will be watching this. Kattan knows. Kattan is aware. So I have to say, in all honesty, to Kattan, we are here to protect you from people like this, okay? Pod Awful has your back. All 6 of them. Okay, so he goes, we didn't order anything, and then pulls the bag inside. And the look he gives to camera, please remove your children from the room. This is about to get even worse than what you're seeing right now, okay? Those of you who have the elderly inside your home, children, they need to be removed now. He looks up at the cameraman. He looks up at the delivery man. And the look on his face, he cannot believe what he sees. And the door slams.
Already paid for?
You can see it slam twice in the footage here. It actually, wow, they actually went to the trouble to show the door slamming twice, both up close and far away. Boom!
Paid for?
Boom! Door shut right in your face. It's already paid for, says the nerd delivering this, the zit-faced dork delivering it.
Okay.
Okay. Hide your cats. This is my favorite part. The cameraman, I don't know, I guess because he's an Uber guy. So this guy, Uber Eats, when they deliver your order, they got to take a picture to show, like, yep, I was there. I dropped off the package. So he turns around to take the photo. Again, his camera's been hacked. Somebody hacked in and stole this footage. And as soon as he looks at the porch, Maria's in the window peeking. Sorry, I got that sound effect from the Kino Casino. That's one of the ones they invented. They also invented this one right here. Wait, where did it go?
Let's Go, Felted, etc.
Yeah, those are Kino Casino clips. Okay. So she peeks out the window again. Of course, she peeks out the haunted window. Now let's roll it back one more time. We're going to get even pettier on this because this is, I said that that her peeking is my favorite part. Actually, this is my favorite part. I lied, twist. So Chris is all in on taking this order. Whatever's inside, it could be scraps of meat, Red Bar style scraps of meat. It could be bones, Mersh style. Are we all familiar with?
Oh my God, I have bonitis. Bones to make us feel good.
All other bone fragments in the future, please, to me. I just need 8.
It could be anything. It could be unprocessed, mechanically separated chicken, just pink slime. He's in. Oh, a styrofoam package filled with baby's blood? Gulp. He's trying desperately to pull this bag through the door, and Maria wants none of it. Because this is Maria's house. Chris Kattan did not buy this house. He's not from here. Kattan moved in to Maria's house, okay? And Maria doesn't want any part of this. She signed up for the fame. She signed up for the exposure. She signed up to make comedy videos. She didn't sign up for the paparazzi showing up. And she certainly didn't sign up for SSSniperWolf. So she starts slamming the door in the delivery guy's face while Chris is simultaneously trying to get the package through the door, and it gets caught. He finally manages to squeeze it through. That's when he gives the evil look. And then she manages to push the door. That's her pushing the door. Kattan's hands are full. Slam. Kattan's hands are full. He can't be pushing the door. He's pulling the bag. So that's Maria. Watch this. Watch. Let's get Maria back on camera here.
Have your Uber Eats order for Chris?
I'm dying, they say in the chat room. This is some Blair Witch shit. Yeah, go stand in the corner, by the way, after watching this.
Yes.
Look at her. The second she she teleported there. She's a witch, by the way. That's why they're together. She has nether realm powers as well. She apparated. Boop! She just kind of booped into existence. And now she's instantly pushing on the back of the door with her enhanced abilities.
I didn't order that.
I didn't order that as he pulls it inside. I didn't order that. Yum. His teeth are already, he actually started it up. It's like a lawnmower.
It's already paid for?
Ladies and gentlemen, Kattan has been contained. With that said, we must protect Kattan at all costs. I never thought I'd say it. Obviously, he's done a lot of harm to the world. He's done a lot of harm to humanity. He's done a lot of harm to comedy. But I think this video kind of makes up for that. So here's my promise. In no way shall Kattan ever be hurt at his home. In no way shall Kattan ever be harassed in front of his or his soon-to-be wife's children. We will protect him. The henchmen of Pod Awful will ensure the SCP's security at all times. We will ensure his containment at all times. And we will ensure his protection at all times. Except when he's on a comedy stage, and then we will be there to heckle. Keep running, Chris. You ran from the last one. We'll be at the next one. See you soon, buddy. And I'll see you guys in the pizza fund. Podawful.pizza. I don't know. Get ready and let me know which spooky goons you'd like to take a look at. Any of our SCP-style goons I'd like to take a look at. Pizza fund. Podawful.pizza. $6 level and up. And until next time, have an awful day.